Hey y'all, welcome to Steve's Random Thoughts, where I, your host, Steve Williams, just share what's on my mind. So sit back, relax, and enjoy.
Hey y'all, this is Steve. I'm here in Augusta, Georgia, taking a walk along the Riverwalk here, paralleling the Savannah River. Let's talk about Social Security. 90 years ago, Franklin Delano Roosevelt signed the law that created Social Security because, well, we were in the midst of a depression. I mean, there's a lot of people that were just flat out broke. And we had a whole lot of seniors who basically, if they couldn't work anymore, well, they were just SOL. But thanks to Social Security, at least people 65 and older could get something. It's a little bit better than nothing. What really gets me is when people start criticizing Social Security, especially when Social Security is being called a Ponzi scheme. Folks, Social Security ain't no dang Ponzi scheme. We do pay into Social Security all our working lives. I've paid into Social Security all my working life. Social Security is not some entitlement. Social Security is something that has been designed to help us regular old working Americans have a little something so we don't go totally destitute. Now, Social Security may not give you much, but it's a lot better than nothing. And some people depend on Social Security. I had at least one aunt, one of my mother's sisters. She depended on Social Security for the remainder of her life until she died. It may not have been a whole lot, but it was a whole lot better than nothing. And again, we as working Americans, hardworking Americans, whether you're Republican, you're Democrat, black, white, Asian, Hispanic, whatever, we work all our dang lives and pay into Social Security so we could get something out of it. And what you get out of Social Security obviously depends on how long you've put into Social Security and how many years, whatever. But just the same, Social Security is there to help average working Americans. And not just working Americans after they retire, but also, if heaven forbid, you get a disability. I mean, let's face it, people, there but by the grace of God go I, there's but by the grace of God go you too. I'm glad that the federal courts have stepped in and said, don't be messing with the Social Security data. I worked in IT for over 30 years, and I worked with sensitive data. In fact, in my last job, I actually worked with government data, and if I'd have messed around with that government data for the wrong reasons and had no business, my butt would have been in jail. Or at the very least, I'd have been lucky if I just got fired. And I've got a message for all y'all out there who are Republicans, Democrats, independents. We need to stand up as a people and say, don't screw with Social Security. I'll repeat that. Don't screw with Social Security. And if any of our politicians out there, whether you're Republican, you're Democrat, you're independent, libertarian, whatever, any of y'all are listening, grow a pair. Tell the president, keep your frickin' hands off our Social Security. I really don't like to get political here, but in this day and age when there are things that are happening around us and it just seems like chaos, we need to stand up and we need to say, hey, this is America. We have three co-equal branches of government, an executive, a legislative, and a judicial. And one of those three cannot be more powerful than the other. That's how our founding fathers intended it when they wrote the Constitution. Please, for God's sake, all you politicians out there, Republican and Democrat, don't let anybody, especially outsiders, screw with our Social Security. My wife has gotten her Social Security, and by God, she earned every frickin' penny of it. All right, rant's over. I hope y'all have a good day. Be kind to each other. And remember, at the end of the day, we're not Republicans. We're not Democrats. We're Americans. God bless America. And peace out, y'all.